Hello and welcome to Coffee Chat with me, Jody Misiak. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been a little quiet here lately. And I even missed Coffee Chat in April. I've had a lot of things going on, things that people might not look at as good, not bad, but like there've been some struggles and things that have kind of knocked me around and made me go sideways. But I look at them as lessons or time to like double down on my self-care and take care of me and really figure out what it is I need. And I was going to jump on and do a coffee chat for April and then just put it in later. And I just didn't want to come just because I needed to. Wanted to feel better and come with you, like come with things to offer. So here I am. And if you have been listening to my podcast, it's called Loving Me, Myself, and Life. I have been sharing a lot about what's been going on, and I've been possibly oversharing. And what it really comes down to is realizing that in our struggles, in challenges that pop up, it's really where we find our strength. So over this like month and a half of kind of crazy, I'll do like a really quick recap. So first, I was just trying to get to a place where I could take 2 weeks off to be with my kids for spring break. Because here in BC, we have 2 weeks of spring break. And, I had some working hours still, but I wanted to mostly focus on my kids. And there's no way I was going to content create. Like there's no way I'm recording podcasts, having my kids run around. It's just not the best time or energy in the house that's going on for that kind of thing. However, I did have working hours still in those 2 weeks, but just not nearly as much as I normally do. So I was working up to getting lots of content ready and all that stuff. And then just took a break with spring break with my kids. And then I got sick. Actually, no, first, back it up. My daughter hurt her foot. It was really nothing too major, but we needed to take her to the hospital because she was in so much pain. Anyways, and then the hospital trip went until late in the night, and then we had my daughter Anastasia stay home because sleeping. And anyways, so there was that, and then I got a cold that took me out like for a solid week, and then another week of like getting rid of most of the other stuff. So it's just been one after another, and it just feels like and then like recently my daughter got sick, and so anyways, it's been teaching me a lot. One is that to lean on the self-care that helps me stay healthy, eating super amazing foods, getting sleep, and what was the other one? Doing rebounding and hot and cold showers. Like just there's so many fun little techniques I've had, because before, when I was sleep deprived, not getting good night's sleep because my son wasn't sleeping through the night, I was always getting sick too because I was run down. So I learned a lot of techniques through my natural path to help me when I was feeling a little run down. So it reminded me of those things, and just to take time for me. It also helped me reconnect to a lot of self-care that I might have been missing. So I looked at this handy dandy thing I've made for people before, and it's my self-care 101, where it breaks it down to 8 areas of self-care. And it was just a really, just looking at it, there's physical and mental and spiritual and support. And there's 8 of them though, and I'm missing some. Emotional. So just really looking at all areas and just making sure I'm filling all areas up. It also gave me a minute to kind of sit, hit the pause button, and take a step back at the same time and figure out where am I putting all my energy and things like that, and to change something. Because when life isn't flowing, it means you need to make a change in some form, right? Like things keep showing up, either keep teaching me something, or just I needed to learn something and grow as well. So it's in our struggles that we can find our strength, and it was really beautiful. Ever since I really sat down and was mindful of what I needed, I asked myself, what do I need right now? How can I make that happen? And, how's that going to work into my life? And then, we're at a place now where things feel a little bit more flowy. Sure, things are still happening, but at least I don't feel like the wind's been knocked out of me, or like, somebody's taken the floor away, like the rug's been pulled from under me. I feel like I have a more calm, peaceful thing. Like, obviously I'm still working on things and that, but things are still going on, and but I feel more grounded again. So it's really looking at self-care. And if you're like, what is this self-care you're talking about? I share about that. Like, I break it down. So I'm not going to do it again here, but I do break it down, all 8 areas, and what that means, and why it's so important to focus on all 8 areas. The fun thing is that some of the areas overlap. Like, meditation will fall in like 1 or 2 or 3 categories depending. And EFT, like, so emotional freedom technique tapping, is, and that like will fall into different couple areas and things like that. So they do overlap. So it's not like you have to do like 8 different things for you every day, or every week kind of thing. However, it's good to have different areas. And what I always recommend with people I work with is you look at each area and you write 3 or 4 things in each category. So then when you find a free moment, or when you have it in your calendar, like me time, you don't have to exactly say what your me time is going to be until you're there, because every week, every day is going to be different. Like, maybe you're just emotionally drained and you need to pick me up. Maybe you need, so it's another one, socializing. And man, have we been missing that? Now we're finally getting back to that. So it's putting different things in each area that you like to do. So then when you have your me day, or your me hour, whatever, your date day, you can look at this list and you can fill it. Like, it will help you do what you really need in that moment. Because self-care isn't just like, I'm going to sit and watch TV all day, but maybe that's what you need a little bit of. Maybe you just need to unwind and like disconnect from everything. I don't know, but to fill yourself up, you need to be actually doing things. Like, TV is just like a nice zone out. I have nothing wrong with TV. I watch an hour TV here or there, like usually once a day, when everybody else is asleep. It's my me time. And I have more me time in the morning that is filling me up. Anyways, this is my unwinding time. Shouldn't say me time, it's my unwind time. Anyways, so if you've been struggling, because another thing I've been finding lately, and I'm sure this is coming up in a podcast. I don't know if it's out yet. Actually, it will be out. Maybe it was out this past Sunday, actually. It's called Growing Pains, or it might be not titled that, I'm not sure, but that's what it's about, is the transitions. We've gone from where we can't see people, or we've been told not to see people, to being able to see everybody again. And when we moved here, we didn't know anybody. So we're now figuring out how to fit in how we started living here with just the 4 of us hanging out, to now having like pretty active social life, and figuring out how to fit that in and wish it together and find a sense of balance through it all. So I share a lot about that in that episode as well. So the link is in the comments with this episode of Coffee Chat. And there's so much amazing episodes coming up with Loving Me, Myself, and Life. I usually have like a couple on the side, and then like I ran out because life happened. But since I've really took a step back, build my cup back up, really, started journaling again, showing up for myself through yoga, meditation, and tapping, I have been like super productive and happy because the sun's shining, I'm out and about, and I'm getting things done. When you're feeling like you're hitting your head against a wall, it doesn't feel good. And that's a good time to send yourself some extra love. So again, if you're finding yourself struggling because you're figuring out how to rebalance your life again, or maybe you're feeling anxiety from being able to work, just go out and about again, take a look at Loving Me, Myself, and Life. I don't always plug the podcast, but there's so much stuff going on there right now that I encourage you to have a listen. And there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up. I've shared some. And like I said, the self-care one, If you feel like you're kind of drained right now, that's a really good one to go to, and to really fill your cup back up, because you can't take care of others if you're not taking care of yourself. And I learned that the hard way by getting knocked down myself. And it's within our struggles that we find our strength. And there's just been some beautiful lessons I've learned through this month and a half of struggles. And maybe next time I will learn the lesson sooner than a month and a half, and I can really not have to suffer for a month and a half. So I'm here, I'm with you, I'm cheering you on. And I have some really cool stuff coming up. I think last time I said I'm going to share something, but because of everything happening, I have had to postpone a couple things because I haven't had the time or the energy to put towards this project. However, I'm really hoping to announce it in the next couple months. And next coffee chat, I have a fun announcement as well, and a really nice topic to talk about. So it's all about flipping the switch on your negativity. So stay tuned for that. And I just know that even though I'm not here often, I am thinking of you, and I'm really hoping to find some space to really show up again here on this page and be there for you, rooting you on. And this is actually going to be the second last coffee chat for now, because I got to switch gears for summer break when the kids are home. So they're not home 100% of the time. They will be in camps and stuff, but because I still got stuff to do, my passions to take. But I love being with my kids over summer break. So I am going to be shifting gears and finding that new summer balance and doing things like that, more learning and finishing up my yoga teacher training and things like that. So I'm here. I have not gone away, and reach out to me if you need something, comment. I will try and comment back as soon as I can. And, I am rooting for you. And like I said, I'm oversharing over on my podcast, Loving Me, Myself, and Life. Go check it out. It's a great thing. You can just listen to it. It's not a video. You can listen when you're doing the dishes or hanging outside and enjoying the sunshine. It's up to you. I hope this video finds you well and that you're doing good. And I'm here for you, rooting you on. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.